Title: Oh, Elena, what a disaster you are. Act 1. The unexpected inheritance. Elena, a chaotic and dreamy young woman, lived a quiet life without major upheavals. She worked as a waitress in a dilapidated café, dreaming of the day when her true vocation, that of a writer of erotic romance novels, would lift her out of mediocrity. One day, her life takes an unexpected turn upon receiving a letter from a lawyer. It turns out that her eccentric great-aunt, whom she never knew, has left her an inheritance. Emotion invades her, but she soon discovers that the inheritance is not what she expected: an old and dilapidated house in a lost mountain village. Act 2. Arrival in the village. Elena, with her suitcase full of dreams and her fat cat named Napoleon, arrives in the village ready to sell the house and return to her city life. But the village has other plans for her. As soon as she arrives, she encounters a series of strange and funny characters. The mayor, a short man with Napoleon's statue. The bar owner, a corpulent woman with a heart of gold. The priest, a young and handsome man with a strange obsession with yoga. And the plumber, a shy and amorous man who stutters every time he sees Elena. Act 3. The House of Horrors. The great-aunt's house is a real disaster. Full of dust, cobwebs, and antique furniture, it seems taken from a horror movie. But Elena, with her optimistic spirit and sense of humor, decides to turn it into a home. During the restoration, all kinds of comical and surreal situations occur. Napoleon the cat gets lost in the house and appears in the most unexpected places. The plumber causes more problems than he solves, and Elena discovers a secret diary of her great-aunt that reveals hidden and scandalous secrets. Act 4. Love in the village. As Elena adapts to her new life in the village, she begins to feel a special connection with its inhabitants. She becomes friends with the owner of the bar, confidant of the priest and muse of the plumber. But love arises where least expected. The mayor, despite his clumsiness and ego, begins to feel something for Elena. And she, in turn, feels attracted to the plumber, whose shy heart and sweet smile conquer her, little by little. Act 5. The Secret of the Great-Aunt. Meanwhile, Elena continues investigating her great-aunt's diary and discovers a secret that could change the lives of everyone in the village. It turns out that the great-aunt was the famous writer who hid in the town to escape fame and find peace. The diary reveals the location of an unpublished manuscript by the great-aunt, a novel that could be a bestseller and reveal hidden secrets about the town's history. Act 6. The Great Discovery. Elena, with the help of her friends, decides to search for the great-aunt's manuscript. The search leads them to live hilarious and dangerous adventures, from bicycle chases through the streets of town until encounters with mysterious and funny characters. Finally, they find the manuscript hidden in an unexpected place: the roof of the house. The novel turns out to be a romantic comedy set in the town, full of characters inspired by the current inhabitants. Act 7. The Happy Ending. The discovery of the great-aunt's manuscript turns Elena into a local heroine. The book is published and becomes a success, attracting tourists and curious people to the town. Elena decides to stay and live in the town, where she finds true love and the happiness she always sought. She marries the plumber, whose love fills her with joy and tenderness. The mayor, resigned, dedicates himself to improving the town and organizing festivals and events to attract tourists. The priest continues with his yoga classes and becomes a local celebrity. And the bar owner, happy for her friend's success, continues serving coffee and sharing gossip with the town's inhabitants. Epilogue. Elena, transformed into a famous and happy writer, never forgets her time in the village. The house of a great-aunt becomes a place of pilgrimage for literature lovers and curious people who want to know the village that inspired the novel. And so, Elena lives happily ever after, surrounded by her friends, her family, and her fat cat Napoleon, fondly and humorously remembering the adventures she experienced in that lost mountain village. End. Give it a like and don't forget to subscribe.